Hello everyone, I am Ascendance from 4FS Gaming, and I'm starting to get the feeling that we will not be hearing much more from Respawn about Titanfall 2. This is on one hand very sad, because I love the game, and of course I want it to be supported and played as much as possible. However, it also gives us a chance to look forward, and to look at what is up next for the franchise. What we are going to discuss today is not merely random speculation. I have travelled the internets far and wide to collect all the evidence I could about Titanfall 3. Now there is not much of it, but it is there if you look carefully. And as such, this video will cover 3 key questions. Is Titanfall 3 confirmed? What features will it have? And when will its likely release date be? Well, as for number 1, no. The game Titanfall 3 has not been officially announced or confirmed by Respawn or by their publisher EA, Electronic Arts. However, there are many hints abounding that it is about to start pre-production if it has not already. For instance, take this screen capture of a Respawn artist's profile. Now this is 7 months old. See that there? Titanfall 3. That has to be a typo, right? I mean, they really have to be meaning Titanfall 2, surely. This is not how games get announced. But wait, Respawn actually commented on this image when posted on Reddit. Firstly, they do not claim it to be an error or a typo, and that can really only mean one thing. It is definitely on the table. JFresh, Respawn's community manager, then mentions how they are currently only working on Titanfall 2 DLC, but have big things planned for the future of the Titanfall franchise. And I don't believe he was referring to the mobile game Titanfall Assault. Remember that this was 7 months ago, back when Titanfall 2 DLC was coming thick and fast. If we move forward to the present day, that stream of DLC is beginning to dry up, so what exactly is the Titanfall team at Respawn doing now? I would bet that the early stages of a sequel are in the works, hence all the evidence points to Titanfall 3 being a thing in production. Now on a quick side note, JFresh also mentions that Respawn has a separate team working on their Star Wars project. For those that don't know, Disney are using Electronic Arts to publish their new line of Star Wars video game media, and as Respawn works closely with EA, they have gotten one of the gigs. I am really excited for this, and look forward to see what a company as competent as Respawn can do with the Star Wars franchise. Now, although many in the community were afraid that this might happen when the Star Wars project was announced, JFresh assures us that the Titanfall team remains dedicated to the Titanfall franchise. So we know that about now, Respawn's Titanfall team are looking to work on a new title to expand the franchise. But will it be Titanfall 3 or some other genre or spin-off game? In order to tease this out, I went over and visited Respawn's website, where they are actually hiring for their Titanfall franchise production team. What we can see here are the requirements for a combat designer. We can see very quickly that there will be single player and multiplayer with AI, so we can expect both PvP elements and more of a campaign, which everyone now has very high expectations of given their last foray into the area. We can also tell from this that the game is going to be a shooter, so don't worry, it's not Titanfall Assault 2. Let's go a little bit deeper. If we look at what they are after in terms of a systems designer, there are a couple of really interesting points. It seems that Respawn wants to take Titanfall in a more competitive direction, which could be exciting if done well. They also want to improve their social systems and their progression systems, and most interestingly, design and implement post-launch events. All of these things would work to bring about longevity to the game, and it could help prevent the low player counts that plague Titanfall 2, despite it being a superb game. Now we also know that they are looking for a build and release manager with experience shipping games across the Xbox One, the PS4 and PC, so expect all of those platforms to be supported. So is there anything else that might find its way into the game? Well, often things that didn't quite fit into one game will end up in a sequel. So remember all those musings and leaks of Archon and Ram Titans? Hopefully we will be seeing them in an upcoming title. Respawn also mentioned a few other things in their AMA on Reddit that they would like to fit into their next title, including this concept for an endless runner game type to test your pilot movement skills, and further development for the Gauntlet concept. We can also assume through statements made on Reddit that they will put in a great effort to continue to flesh out the lore of Titanfall, build the universe, and get us invested in factions and characters. Unfortunately, we do not know a whole lot more than this, and saying anything further on what might or might not be in Titanfall 3 will pull me deep into the realms of baseless speculation. So let us move forward to the final question: when will it release? Well, here we are also forced to do a fair bit of speculating, but we can look at the timelines for the previous games in the series to make a sort of educated guess. Titanfall, the original, entered production in 2011, and it was announced in mid-2013 and released in March 2014. Titanfall 2 entered production in June of 2014, and it was announced in March of 2015. It finally released in October 2016. If we assume by the reduction of DLC for Titanfall 2 that pre-production for the next game is starting about now, in 2017, then if this pattern approximately repeats itself, then we could have an announcement next year in 2018, and a release as early as the first half of 2019. Now of course, there are many factors that could push this either way. Respawn is still hiring for a number of positions for the game development, including an executive producer, so it is unlikely that production is too far down the road. That being said, Respawn is great at giving us lots of pleasant surprises. The wildcard here is ultimately going to be the publisher EA, as they have the ability to pull the plug and control the money to redistribute resources, which could be concerning given that although critically successful, Titanfall 2 did not break any records with sales or revenue, which is the bottom line for EA. I for one am really looking forward to the future of this franchise, and will be keeping an eye on it very closely. If you want to stay up to date with everything to do with Titanfall 2 and possibly Titanfall 3, drop us a subscription. And also give this video a like if you found it interesting. Remember that if you have any more information or speculation or any questions, please put it in the comments below. We'll try to read over them and respond. You can also find our Twitch channel where we stream regularly in the description below, as well as our Facebook page where we post regular updates and some additional videos. This is Ascendance from 4FS Gaming, signing off.